Sleuth Army, and welcome to another Orlando video.
Hype.
A lot of hype. We're adding another carriage to the hype train.
Oh.
We're gonna try and build the train bi-weekly. And as you can see, we've improved the get-up for the videos to give that Florida feel.
It's little us.
It's little chibios. I'm over there.
The mirroring really messes you up.
I'm over here. We've got Pinky with her lovely cat ears. She's
When I have
documenting the
pink
whole
hair.
event.
I will have pink hair soon.
We've got TJ in the middle directing traffic, as you will have seen in the intro. We've got Storm over there. Happy now he knows where the Transformers ride is, and then we've got Violet on the end over there. As long as she's got a little stitch, then she's good to go. So today we are visiting Disney. We are visiting Epcot.
We are.
Which is definitely one of the best. So
I feel Epcot is underrated.
yeah, I
feel like a lot of people are like, oh, Animal Kingdom, oh, Magic Kingdom, or whatever it's called, and there's not enough love
for Epcot. I feel like that's fair.
So we're doing the top 10 attractions,
Rides and attractions in Epcot.
And it was by
Disney in detail.
Thank God he remembered, because I didn't.
So let's see what they say
If it's not on there,
versus what we say.
or if the one thing ain't on there.
Well, we'll just have to see.
Okay.
So this is from 2017, so only a year after we'd been there, so hopefully we're familiar with
A lot of
a lot of the things. Maybe once we've come back in December, we could do a brief, like a video summarising the new stuff and being like, well, actually this takes our number one spot. Other things, we'll just have to see.
We will.
Enjoy the little palm trees around us, the roller coaster.
Can't see them currently, but they are
Do
swaying
like the tree do.
in a swayy way.
And we have the coaster above us.
I don't know how it could.
And we're on
You
it.
made the chair squeak.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that so aggressively. I don't know.
You made the chair squeak. I'm like, okay. Oh, that was quite terrifying.
Let's get on
It's
with
not
it.
enough to kill my hype,
Oh, good.
because
we are on
Orlando,
the hype train.
we are, and this train just keeps on chugging. You can get on board or you can get out the way, but don't stand in the way of the hype train for Florida.
Oh, no, what's in there?
Welcome back to Disney in Detail. Today I have another top 10 favourites video for you, and we're going to my favourite park at Walt Disney World, which is Epcot. I absolutely love this park. It's going to be going through quite a few changes, I think, coming up. So I really wanted to make this video to talk about my favourites in its current format. I haven't really talked about any of the festivals or anything. I just wanted to focus on things that are open year round, and there's so much to see and do
look at the
with
Disney
World Showcase
shows?
and Future World.
Let us
So
know.
I'm going to get straight into it. They're in no particular order because I love everything here. So here are my top 10
We are gonna
favourite
order
things to do at Epcot. So we're starting out right at the front of the park at Spaceship Earth, and this is one of my favourite rides in Epcot. It really makes me feel like I'm back in Walt Disney World. It's very nostalgic for me, and it's a fun ride for everybody because it's very slow moving, so the
We'll
whole
hear what
family
she has to
can
say,
ride
then we'll
this
give
one.
our...
And I love noticing new little details every time I go through this ride. I love that it's narrated by Judi Dench. She does a great job on that, and yeah, I just really love this. You don't necessarily need a fast pass, but it might be a good idea during busy times of year.
Okay. We did fast pass this.
I feel like I have no memory of this.
This is the one where you design your own house at the end.
Oh, then yes, I have a memory of this.
You go through like these different scenes of it showing the development of technology. So obviously here is very big discs and everything. The like not even 80s, probably early like 60s
Looking
TV
at that, it's like 70s.
and things. You've gone to the 70s now.
Yeah.
When they were around the little box TV with the antenna coming out, it's the 60s, and then you design your house. which
Can we just talk about our amazingly
It was
designed
actually
house?
Pinky and I, so you split into like pairs.
Yeah.
Or you might even be able to have up to 3. But Pinky and I were riding this together.
And
we had some good ideas for our house. We were very... We went on
thinking
going...
and environmentally
The whole
friendly.
narration was about how we had to cater for the environment, how we had to care for it. So we went, yep. Our
Solid.
carpet
Is grass.
was grass. We had a little moat running through it.
Yeah, like a little
We had a
stream,
little wooden
little
drawbridge
bridge.
over it. Not drawbridge, but like a
Like a-
curved
yeah.
bridge over it. And it said to us, it went, you are building the house of the future.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
extremely environmentally friendly. I think there was some sort of energy thing that we did.
Yeah.
It was either solar
We were
or
solar.
the water was like
Well, we had a little like
water
wheel in our front room, and we had solar panels in the garden. And as we always do, because we see things, we go, well, that's a good idea. I turn to Pink and I go, well, why don't people have grass as their carpet? It's soft on your feet, and then it's like, hang on a minute, because you'd have to have the soil. You know, there is probably some complications with...
I mean, I suppose actually if it's indoors, it's not going to die off from the weather situation.
No, and
But you are going to have to water it, so at a certain point,
And the
you'd have
more-
to do it late time, actually, late night.
before you go to bed.
You'd have to, like, have it automated so that it
waters
sprinkles. Like a sprinkler system. So then by morning when you get up,
It's
it's
dried.
dry. Because otherwise you don't want to be walking around your house
In muddy grass.
with wet feet, do you?
And you'd just trample the grass. It'd have to be AstroTurf, but then that doesn't help the environment. But anyway,
Every foot a day you on the grass that it trample.
well, if you're walking
terrible.
over it every day,
Well, yeah, I
constantly.
guess.
But yeah, a solid
You
start.
know what? You've ruined it now because I was like, yeah, that is the house of the future.
I reckon you could do it. I reckon you could. But you'd maybe have to have like little stones path, or even just a dirt path to where to like the couch, because then you general area, because you don't constantly walk everywhere in your living room. But
grass sections maybe, but the rest are
like a rug of grass. I reckon there would definitely be a way to make that the house of the future, but you know what? I'm going to have to put it in as my number one to begin with, because
I mean, there's nothing else that we've got on the
There's
list
no
yet, so
comparisons
yes,
yet.
it is.
And staying in Future World, between the Land Pavilion and Journey into Imagination by Figment, we have one of my favourite snacks, which is the flavoured popcorn. And you can't get this in very many places at Disney World at all. This is quite unique. They have 3 different flavours. You can either use your refillable popcorn bucket, or you can just get it in the carton. But it's a really, really great snack, very unique, and you can mix the flavours as well. So definitely check this.
I'm not the
I like popcorn.
I'm not the biggest popcorn eater, but I like toffee flavoured popcorn.
See, that used to be the only popcorn that I was
You
really
know, like the
involved
toffee kissed
in. Yeah,
popcorn.
yeah.
I eat that.
I was like, that's the only one that I'll
I'm
ever go
involved
for.
in.
I'm like, me and toffee popcorn.
Listen, I'll invest in toffee kissed toffee popcorn,
But
but
if
miss me
it's-
with that salted.
Yeah. But then actually, as I've got a little bit older, I'm like, do you know what? Savoury popcorn.
I don't know which it is. Do you get a choice at the cinema?
Yeah, you can say sweet or savoury.
I don't know
Sweet
which
or salted, basically.
I don't know which I go for. I just
So
have popcorn.
I'm not against flavoured popcorn. I just think the flavours that they were showing
What was
there.
it?
Although
Blue
you
cheese,
like those
sour cream and chive.
sour cream
Pringles. But I feel like Pringles are very different to...
Well, yeah, but I mean the
Because
taste.
they do cheese and onion Pringles and sour cream and chive. And the sour cream and chive offend a lot of people. Mel's just laid on his back. He's like, I'm done. They're talking, that's my sleepy time. Thanks, Sam. I feel like we soothe him.
Yeah, we do. It's company in it.
But yeah, I feel this has to take second place behind Spaceship Earth.
I think if you don't like popcorn, you're a bit
This is nothing.
dumb for, aren't you? This is just nothingness. You just walk past it and go, well, I'm not really interested at all in this. I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember seeing this.
I remember seeing when she was talking about the imagination area.
Oh, I remember
Because
the
there's a centre
imagination
in there,
area, but I don't
and you do.
remember
But I don't remember specifically.
flavoured popcorn.
I remember there being popcorn for sale, But I wouldn't have said, oh my god, I need to get back to Epcot for the popcorn. But
if you're a popcorn
to each
fan,
their own. You might, like she
then
says, it's not available
get
in many
yourself there.
places. Give it a try.
This out, it's one of my favourite snacks. At number 3 is the Mexico Pavilion, and this is my favourite pavilion in all of World Showcase. It's a great place to come to get some air conditioning. As you walk inside, it feels very nice and cool, but you do feel like you're outside, so it's a very unique experience. But the theming is great, and you also have the Grand Fiesta Tour, which is a really nice boat ride. Very, very relaxing. Everyone can enjoy this, and I have to do this every time. It's one of my favourite rides in World Showcase and in all of Epcot for some reason, but I just absolutely love it. They also have San Angel Inn, which is a really great restaurant, very nice atmosphere. So yeah, this is one of my favourite pavilions.
They're a bit scary.
So the pavilion, the World Showcase is round the edge, isn't it?
Yes.
You've got like Japan, America, UK, France, Germany, Italy, Canada, obviously Mexico. Do I remember this?
Did you go in?
We
Because
went
the
round
issue
the World
that we have
Showcase
is I didn't.
the second day.
The first day we went, we didn't really go around the World Showcase thing. We watched that show.
We watched the show.
We stayed in the main part and then we watched the show.
We watched the show. We did the ride, and I seem to remember. I remember where we ate. It was on the left-hand side.
But then you guys went back the second time, and I was ill.
You were ill.
And I wasn't able to go because I had that.
Well,
sunstroke
you
or
had
whatever.
you took the day to recover, so you'll be ready for Magic Kingdom. Now, my issue is going a little bit off topic, but teasing a future video here, because we are going to look at Magic Kingdom. I think we're going to be very surprised.
You think there was more there than we saw?
I think there definitely was. I think we went to, I believe we did a half day, then we went to like Animal Kingdom or something after. But I've looked at the map, and there's a lot that I think we didn't do. Which some of it will be new, obviously. But I think part of that will be because we struggled so much in that Ghost Train queue.
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion, we struggled a lot in that. But that is for stories for a future video. Now, number 4, it looks like we're going to the Cronut.
Croissant donut. I'm assuming.
I don't... Better guess than mine.
Next up is another snack, and this is the Cronut. So you get this from the refreshment port by the entrance to World Showcase. It's shaped like a donut, but has
Churro
light flaky
donut.
layers like a croissant, and it's rolled in cinnamon sugar.
Croissant.
It tastes so good. You can also get it with ice cream, and you can get it as a snack credit. So this is a must-try for sure.
A lot of finger pointing going on at that
Another great
Cronut.
place to cool off is Club Cool, and here you can get free samples of Coke products from around the world. Some of them are really nice, some of them are interesting, but it's a fun place to stop and try out all the different flavours. At number 6 is my favourite ride in all of Epcot, and that is Soarin'. This ride is absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of people are afraid of heights, but it's worth going for it even if you do think you might be a little bit scared, because it's such a great experience. You fly over landmarks all around the world. It really, really is so good. And if you can get a seat in the front and centre, it's even better. So you're going to want a fast pass for this one. It does get very, very busy, and you do get long lines. So make sure you pick up a fast pass. But yeah, this is a must-do.
I'm going to let Pinky take this one to begin with.
Enough with her saying it is a must-do. I don't think I have ever been on a ride of any nature that I have come off as surprised and happy as I came off Soarin'. I wasn't even sure what to expect going in. I was like, oh, what the heck? It's right, it's a simulation. Okay.
It doesn't give you a lot of information.
You know, yeah, we've done simulations before. We'd done Universal the last time that we went. So I was like, yeah, simulations, yeah. No, it's just. I don't even have the words to describe how much I love this and how enraged I was that I missed going on it a second time.
For Magic Kingdom. Now, I completely echo Pinky's view of this. It's... If you don't know what you're going in for, like, you don't... Because it doesn't give you a lot of information, doesn't really tell you what you're going to be doing, you are going to be absolutely thrilled by what you experience on it. And half your time is going to be spent enjoying the ride, and half the time is going to be spent looking to the other people that you've gone with. This is let's get on this again. Is what you're going to be doing, because it is such an experience. And there is actually only 2 rides I've been on of this sort. There's Soaring, and the other would take you to the south of Spain, to Salou, to Ferrari Land. One of the rides there is a very similar concept in how the ride is constructed, and you're doing a similar thing to Soaring, and you're following Ferraris through the years. You're flying over a road, and you're looking at a, you know, in the way that it's constructed. You know, and people go, oh, simulation, or you're going to be sat in a car, you're going to be looking at a screen or whatever. It will blow your mind. I would really say don't watch any ride-alongs for it or anything, because there will be people.
It's just everything. It's like
it's the complete package that you want from a simulation ride.
It's the sensory stuff. It's the fact that they don't just rely on your eyesight in that ride. It's not just about what you can see.
They want to immerse you in the ride.
And I think they literally do everything. It's like what you can see, what you can hear, what you can smell, what you can... It's like they put you in those places.
Which has just actually inspired me for some new video ideas for this hype train to keep building. So I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, it's like this for me. I don't care what else is going to be on this.
Is this taking top spot?
There is nothing. Even before we started this, as soon as we were like, we're looking at Epcot today, I was like, Soaring, my number one. There's not going to be any kind of competition for it. I would, even in all rides that I've been on in Florida, this would easily be in the top 3. Easily.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's definitely a solid shout. I would say it definitely makes my top 5. I would have to give some really thought to what rides are at Florida.
And I think as well, because there were a lot of like, oh, Epcot's not very good, oh, you're not really going to enjoy it.
You might spend half a day there and then jump to a different Disney park.
And we actually
au contraire,
loved it. We absolutely loved Epcot. So I think that was, and I was like, I'm sorry, why are people like, oh yeah, it's not that good?
Saying it's the weakest Disney park, yeah. And I think I'm actually kind of hyped for you to properly do the World Showcase, because even just walking round through the different places, it is like you're in a little piece of each of the places, and to be able to go, oh, I really fancy some Italian, and you go in and it's the pizza ovens are stone bake ovens for you, so you're like, I'm getting an authentic experience. But I will knock Spaceship Earth to second place, and I will put Soaring solidly in the above. This won't be as as easy to put our top 10 together like our Universal video, because obviously like the Cronut I have no opinion of. The flavoured popcorn I don't really care.
Yeah.
But you know, let's see
the
snacking stuff.
Not really.
You know, when it's like, oh, Monster Cafe in Universal, there's a little teaser for that. That I'm like, you know what, fair enough, that, but it's about the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas just holding a Cronut, I'm not.
Next, we're heading to the Germany Pavilion and to the Caramel Store, which I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the name of, but it's this one here. They have lots of snacks here made with Werther's original caramel. So good. One of our favourites is the salted caramel square,
I mean, I'm
which is at the bottom
a huge
of the
fan of
cabinet here. You
cookies.
can see it's so good, and you can actually see them making a lot of these treats as well. And they also have other Werther's original products that you can buy. Lots of these things, as I said, are a snack credit, so it's a great place to use your snack credits up. And the other recommendation I have is the Werther's original popcorn. It is so good, and
loves
again,
a
you
popcorn.
can
She's
get
a
it
fan
as
of
a
a
snack
popcorn.
credit. So make sure you check this out because it smells and tastes amazing. Next up, we're heading over to the Japan Pavilion, which is my second favourite pavilion in the World Showcase. There is so much to see here. They've got loads of different restaurants and shops to look at, so there are places that you can get inside, away from the heat, and obviously you've got performers here as well, as you can see. And one of my favourite restaurants is Teppan. Everyone sits around the grill and the chef cooks up.
So,
Why did we not eat there is my question now.
Doc did.
Why went in
There's a no, but so there's. I think it might be one of the other. He ate in the Japanese pavilion, and he had some authentic Japanese food. What I will say is the store. You probably want to be a fan of Hello Kitty.
I'm not a fan.
It's everywhere in the store. The performers are really cool. I'm a huge fan of Japan. I really like the Japanese culture. I like the way of life. You know, the history of Japan, all that kind of thing, and all their futuristic research and things they're doing. I'm a huge fan of.
I'm gonna go back to why didn't we eat here?
Well, you didn't eat here because you didn't do the World Showcase.
I love a bit of teppanyaki.
I feel like I feel like my regular dish from teppanyaki was not on it.
Oh, is that maybe why?
I feel like there wasn't
The
much.
chicken asparagus.
Yeah, I love the chicken asparagus with soy sauce.
Oh,
It is very, very tasty.
it's
And
so
I feel
nice.
like I did check the menu. Maybe this one was further back. But I mean, we can read the menu, we can see if
I have to have a look, won't we? Because I do love it.
I do love it. I love
food.
that whole thing of them cooking in front of you as well.
And when they go a bit mental and
I
start
think
slinging
it's
stuff
so
around, and you're
cool.
like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die. I'm setting light to things.
Yeah, I think it just creates a real nice atmosphere while you're eating. So
There is a teppanyaki restaurant in town. It's not a branded one that we've been to before, but there is on as you come out of the ridings at the bottom.
we might have to check that out.
Obviously it won't be open at the moment, but
Mhm. Once everything
restaurants
starts.
are back open, then I think we need to get ourselves, or at least look at a menu.
Yeah, at least grab a menu.
Everything in front of you is a really fun experience,
It
and
is.
it's a good way
you
to
guys
dine
haven't
with
tried
other
it,
people. If you're maybe a solo
don't wait
diner,
till you
it's a
go
great
to Florida.
option. They also have
Get
Tokyo
it
dining
done.
and
Yeah,
quick
get it
service
done. There's plenty
restaurants,
of
so there's
these
loads of
restaurants
options
in the
and
UK.
places to eat in this pavilion.
If you're
Or
anywhere,
wherever you are.
if you're anywhere near Manchester,
Store, which has so much to look at. It's a
Teppanyaki.
huge store. We love looking around there. It's just really good fun. Next, we're heading over to Via Napoli, which is in the Italy Pavilion, and this is another of my favourite table service restaurants
we ate
in
here.
Epcot. I love getting an outside table here because you can just
We
watch
ate
the world go
inside.
by. The pizzas are huge. This is a large, so it's easily shareable. You can use your dining plan here. It's one table service credit, and you're probably going to want to get an ADR because it does get quite busy. But this pizza is so good. I would definitely check out this restaurant on your next visit
It
if you
does look
can.
nice.
And finally, to end your night at Epcot is Illuminations Reflections of Earth. And this is my favourite fireworks show in all of Walt Disney World.
I
It's
would
just very
concur.
nostalgic for me.
Hell
I
yeah.
love the music. And one of the other great things about it, it's not as crowded to watch as the fireworks in the Magic Kingdom because there's so much space around World Showcase Lagoon. You can normally find a space very easily. I wouldn't use my first pass choices to get the preferred seating or standing area. I would just find a spot because it's very easy to do. But this is a great fireworks show.
I
absolutely agree there. I think that was one of the better ones that we saw.
think definitely we'll just touch here on like the fast pass because it comes up a lot talking about Disney, and it we'll touch on it a bit more if we do the video idea that I thought of. But you know, it's definitely good to do the rides with.
I'm giggling about that video Where I'm getting, like, it's the first day we're going to Disney, and it's the first time we've done Fast Pass.
So we have a lot of videos and photos and all that kind of thing from our first 2 trips. You know, we have from 2014, which was 7 years ago now.
Oh.
Yeah. We're in 2021. 7 years ago now. Almost. This October it'll be 7 years ago. And then we have from the 2016, which obviously was 5 years ago. We do have a lot of footage from both of them, which we might edit some together and show some of the best bits. But we have, we were doing some like just personal documentaries and things for when we were entering the parks. And Pinky was, if TJ is our military commander for getting us there, Pinky was in charge of our fast pass bookings and everything. She was a drill sergeant for us.
It was too much that
powering
first
through
day.
the
I
park.
calmed down. I did
Yeah,
calm down after I
turn around.
realised that you had time.
Yeah.
I thought, because we booked it for like
You had to be there on
9:30
that
or
slot.
something. And I was like, okay,
If you miss your slot, you can't
if you
ride
miss
it.
your slot, does that mean that you can't ride it?
You have, like,
I didn't
15
realise you
minutes
had
either way.
15 minutes or whatever, like, leeway.
That's fair.
So, like, it's the first time we've gone into Animal Kingdom. You're trying to, like, look around, like,
And it's
look,
like,
monkeys
wow,
over
there's-
there, and look at it. And I'm like,
We have a fast pass booked. We need to come on. We're going to miss our fast pass. You need to get to the other side of the park. Where is it on the map? And it was like,
you were
whoa!
like, oh,
Sheesh.
is that Everest? Because that's what we were riding.
Yeah, Expedition Everest.
And you're like, oh, that looks amazing. I'm like, well, yes, if we get there.
Yeah, if we get there on time, it will be cool. Yes. And I'm like, okay.
And every time
But
I watch
honestly,
the video, I'm like, you need to calm down, lady. You are being
It was
insane.
No, but better that than have missed it.
Well, yeah.
Than have missed the
And I
fast
did
pass.
calm down after that. It was like,
Mhm.
it was that only that first, like, experience. And then they were like, oh, yeah, you've got plenty of time. And I'm like, okay.
And if you
I
miss
should
it,
chill.
if you miss it, you can just.
Yeah,
You could
redo
rebook,
it. And I was like,
but-
I will be calm.
But yeah, but this fireworks show. You know, you've had this day in the park. You've been doing all this thing. You know, you've had your evening meal, and then you gather round the lake in the middle for the fireworks show. And it is definitely one of the best we saw. And it's always great when they're doing with the laser lighting to create images and all that kind of thing. When you are stood there and you don't want to take your eyes off it, and you're thinking, I don't want this show to end, and then you walk away, it ends, and you just grinning all the time after it. You're going, oh, that was, this bit was awesome. Did you notice this bit? And I think it's one of the few shows that really we were all, to sound sort of cliche, to bring that perfect end to the experience
It was just a really well thought out thing, and then you had like the lights coming on from all the different things,
As
and then
they
the
lit
globe,
them
like
up.
when it did the like opening thing.
Yeah, and then it's like it opens
had,
into like
like,
a
it's
like
candles or like
yeah.
lights or whatever, like shining. It was just really cool. Like everything that they did was really cool.
They really worked with what they had, and they chose, because their messages of like unification while still highlighting the different places, and it with such a clear message, but done in such a like awe-inspiring and beautiful way. It really is a good experience, and it's like pitch black. The only light things that you can see around the edge of the World Showcase is what they want you to see at that
When they start
when they're
illuminating
highlighting the places, and it is a really nice experience to do. And I think she hit the nail on the head. Is we had no trouble finding a good viewing
Yeah,
point,
because there's so much space.
because there's so much of a wraparound and
Yeah.
you can view it from wherever, but no matter where you view it from, it's considered that you may be seeing it from a different angle. You're going to be able to see it. So I think that was I think this is definitely, if Soaring is the number one and Spaceship Earth is the number two, I think that's a fair number three. However, I seem to remember at Epcot I mean, maybe my memories are deceiving me. I believe it was at Epcot, the racetrack.
That was, in fact, at Epcot, yeah. Because me and TJ did not go on that. We
No.
were waiting, and there was the storm
So,
warning, if you remember.
we'll have a little bit of story time to round out the video here. So, we'd just come off some of the other rides, and we'd just eaten on that left-hand restaurant, and we come up, and there's like a racetrack ride, and myself, Storm and Doc were all like, oh, that would be super cool, you know, because it's like, oh, build your cart on a computer and then the cart will respond to what speed you picked and all that kind of thing. So we were like, oh, we'll do that, and we're like, well, we're going to have to be quick, we've got, you know, stuff to do or whatever. And we're queuing, and it's taking a little bit longer than we expected, but you know, it's fine, and there's still things to look at. And then we hear this voice come over the speaker like, we would like to warn you about the potential weather hazards. And we were like, hold up, wait a minute, somebody right. There's thunderclouds approaching that look pretty severe, so we may have to halt the ride. And we're thinking, do we bail? And then I'm like, I have a no bail rule. So we do it, and it's while you're queuing, they put you into your group, and they take you into this big room.
Just thought of another ride.
And you build your cart, and then you get on the ride, and you go flying round the room, and it's doing the braking, testing how you built, and then you fly out onto the racetrack. I would put that above Kronos. What's your ride? Because I've thought of one as well.
My ride was the one where me, TJ and Storm went a separate way to you and Doc, and we came off it, and you were like, it was a bit rubbish, and we came off it, and we had
a mental experience.
Honest to God, it was hilarious.
It is.
It's that launching
It's a launch
thing.
sequence.
You're doing like a
we chose the extreme, didn't we? You're doing a rocket launch. You're launching the rocket.
Press things at certain times.
Yeah.
And these guys did the extreme version, and you came up when that was rubbish. And
it wasn't very
did
extreme.
The tame
It
version,
wasn't very.
And honest to God, it was hilarious. We were like, Storm, press the button, and he was like, because we were one person down, because it was like a 4.
And he's trying to.
And he was like trying to lean over, going, oh my God, we're going to crash. And then I'm like pressing buttons over here.
Now we did have 2 random people in.
Yes, that probably did affect like
in
how you enjoyed it, because we were just messing around.
And they were kind of like, they were going, oh well, what will happen if we don't press the buttons and stuff? And obviously, you know, we're very hype, we're very active when we're in our group, but put, you know, me and Doc with 2 random people, it wasn't the same. But honestly, like, it was great to come off and see how much they were in stitches. That was a lot of fun.
I think next time we'll go in different groups.
Yeah, like,
because I think if you experienced it not with the 2 randomers, but with the full
maybe
group
like
of us,
or like 3 and.
Well, it depends how many are there.
Yeah,
but
either 3 and 3 or 3 and 2, because it depends who's feeling like going on it. But yeah, I think definitely we'll shuffle the groups. Even if we have to do 2
it wasn't
queues.
like, obviously it's not like an extreme ride or anything like that. It wasn't like,
no, you just fun. It's just the fun immersion experience again of being funneled into your little
now
shuttle.
Whatever, you need to press the launch button.
We need you to launch the shuttle, otherwise we're going to explode.
Yeah,
and you're like, press the button.
But it was just hilarious because we were like, stop, press that button because there's no one in it, and he was like, because he was fastened in.
Yeah, you're
so
like,
oh my God,
like you're in a shuttle. We're gonna crash. And
he's getting all like stressed out. We were in absolute stitches when we came off that.
I'm gonna throw out, this might not have been in there. There are 2 that I know that weren't mentioned. That one is definitely there. One might not be. Isn't there one hosted by Ellen?
Oh, was that oh no, was that that boat ride?
But then there is also, isn't there the boat ride through like the vegetation?
Yeah.
And it's showing what they're growing and stuff. I'm sure that's Epcot.
Yeah.
That was really chill. I actually...
Yeah, we were like...
Because we all went, oh, well, we'll ride it. Because
Yeah.
it's in like the entertainment centre. We're like, oh, we'll ride it. We'll see what it's about. And then we're going through and it's like, and you'll see here the culture we're growing of this, and we're doing it for this purpose. We've imported these seeds and we've managed to...
And actually,
we went around going, that was
what?
chill, that was nice, it was cool, it was... You know, it was
Just
cool
relaxing.
breeze. It relaxed us. It gave you 5 minutes to sit down, but learn something in an interesting way. I would definitely include that. I feel like some was left out.
Like Cronuts
and flavour popcorn. Yeah, I think
again, it's obviously it's personal preference, but,
but
for me, like other than the famous Ponderosa, I don't think I was like, oh my god, this food is like next level. Like possibly 3 broomsticks maybe.
Yeah.
But then was that more presentation and obviously we'll cover this in a different video.
Yeah, one of the few I can think that really
you went, I can't wait to have that food again.
I'm really enjoying this. Was the really cold restaurant. There, like, it was something so simple. It was like a double cheeseburger and double bacon cheeseburger with like skin on fries and stuff. But just, you know, it was crispy. It was nice. The meat was good quality. But other than that, you've got, you know, fair.
Like
fair
there wasn't
assessment.
Really like if I was like, oh, what are your top things that you did while you were in Florida? Food
Doesn't
and drink
come into it really.
Wouldn't really come into the.
Because it's kind of strange because it's like it's all really good.
But
then it just levels
went, oh my god, that was awesome. Like it was more presentation that I was like, okay, that's cool. Or the restaurant.
The first day you might be like, that was really good food, but then you realise all the food is on that level.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, for me, it wouldn't stick out particularly because there's some awesome sweet shops and, you know, stuff like that where you go in and they've got like the tubes of millions and you fill your tube and all that kind of thing. But I don't think that'd be particularly the stick out point for me. I get what you're saying there. I would put that boat ride through the vegetation.
Something you like.
The space launch experience. So I believe the space launch experience was very near to the Spaceship Earth. Like you could do the space launch and then go to Spaceship Earth. Yeah. And you know the racetrack and things. I think it's odd that was left out. But
like I say, it's personal preference.
Yeah, it is.
Just gone, I don't like any of the other things. If you're a foodie or whatever,
then you're gonna love that,
absolutely.
or you enjoy the aesthetic, I suppose. Then the World Showcase is gonna blow you away. But if you go into Epcot, then definitely, you know, I would say give everything a go.
Yeah, I would say don't, because it is well known that everybody's like, oh, Epcot.
Don't discount it if you think there's going to be boring things like the boat ride.
There were some elements where we were like, okay, this isn't like thrilling, and like a lot of it is you don't have necessarily the wow factor that you have from going to somewhere like Animal Kingdom or
Universal,
Hollywood Studios, stuff like that, because you're getting the wow factor of really grandiose like things like the safari or Star Wars, literally building like the cantina and like all that kind of stuff. You're not getting that at Epcot.
No.
It is a lot of kind of blankish looking buildings and the big glow, obviously.
Yeah, or like
in the actual buildings, where it's like ridey bit.
Yeah. It's like activity centres and things.
Yeah.
It really encourages
engagement,
interactive learning.
Yeah. So I think that's probably why, because obviously people are going, I don't want to learn, I just want to have a good time.
I want to have a thrill. But don't sleep on like the boat ride through the vegetation or the little space launch experience or building a house on Spaceship Earth or seeing what you see on Soaring and experience it. I would really say don't
I would just say try
it.
and do as much as you possibly can there.
And if you think,
if you think that sounds boring,
that's going to be boring, give it a go. What have you got to lose?
Like that Earth,
10
that
minutes
launch
of your time.
Thing. Like you came off going, oh, that was rubbish.
But
we came off
it a go.
Completely the opposite, because we had a completely different experience. So.
But even if I was like, oh, that wasn't quite what I was expecting, I'd still go on it. I'll do it again when we go. I'll both times I go, I'm gonna take Violet on it, and I'm gonna be like, and we will be in with people, but I'm gonna be like, you know.
So it'll be a different experience again, possibly, unless it's quieter maybe.
Yeah, but even so, like now I know. I think it's kind of that thing of going, well, we're there to have that good time. And I know that I can be like, if I'm my usual hype man on that front, I'm like, well, if you don't press that button, we're going to crash. You know that you are going to cost...
Especially Violet's going to be like...
You will never see Stitch again if you do not press this button on time. Then, yeah. So I think there's definitely that.
For Stitch! Like, leaning for the button.
But yeah, and we will cover it in the... In fact, you know what? Just as a little cheeky...
Oh, he's adding things. Look, he's adding things to that.
What do you think to this? Just from our own experiences beforehand, and then we can maybe do a little top up of
Solid.
of the last 5 years updated. I think that could be a thing, but yeah, there's a lot to love at Epcot.
Yeah, it's completely underrated in my opinion.
It's maybe some of the things
do not let it be.
Do not let it be showcased in this particular person's taste, but
that just proves, if anything, that proves that there's stuff there for everybody.
Yeah.
Because she has very different taste to us. Yeah, okay, she's ranking like Soaring up there. That's because Soaring is for everybody.
100%.
But she's found things there that she loved that we were like,
oh yeah, you know,
that's okay.
Maybe
but
if you like this.
It's not.
And we found things that we loved
massively, but we found things that we loved, and I think that's the thing there. There's always going to be something, and even if the only thing you do all day is go on Soaring, then you
go on Soaring and walk around.
Yeah, you are onto a winner.
You ride nothing else.
It is worth it.
You don't put
you're
yourself.
You're gonna get
it
in your pass anyway. If you've got a Disney ticket or whatever, you're gonna get this in your pass. So make use of it. Go there, even if you only do half a day.
And then
make sure
shuttle
you go
somewhere
there.
else. Give it a go. You will be pleasantly surprised.
Because I cannot wait to get back to Epcot.
I feel like that's a good final sentiment. That we cannot wait to walk to that big globe again and know now what we're heading for, and to see what else they've done.
Yeah, if they've done a lot of updates
along the lines,
you
know, maybe we'll do a video of the things we don't know. You know, what's changed, and then we can do a review as we come off the ride with the vlogs, and then when we come back we can put together a little update on the videos. But speaking of videos, thank you for watching this one. If you want
like the new
aesthetics that we've got going on. If you want to check out the video we've watched, then you can see the title on the screen there, and it is by Disney in Detail, so definitely, you know, go and drop them a like, go check out their other stuff.
I'm assuming they do a whole load of other
go in depth with things, so go
So
check them out after you've seen this video, and just, you know, see what you find. But this has been our story time and our review of the attractions at Epcot. Again, it's from a similar time to when we went, so we were familiar with a lot of the things that she was talking about, as well as things that we know were there. Hopefully they're still there.
I tell you something, Soaring better still be there.
It is. I can tell you that is.
Okay.
But yeah, so we will see you at the next station of the hype train. We plan to release these bi-weekly, so we're going to be keeping that hype chugging along, building up, getting more and more momentum as we get to the point. I'm planning airport vlogs, you know, the journey vlogs, and we'll just piece it all together when we get back, and we'll just bring some awesome videos, and then that'll wrap up our plan for the Orlando takeover,
and then on to the next.
And that's the key to take away from this. Do not think, oh, them weeks are going to go by so quick till they've done it all. It'll just be on to the next awesome experience. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, consider subscribing, or coming over to the Twitch. I feel like there's something they need to do.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ring that bell.
To be notified of when our videos go live. We'll see you next time, Sultan.